That is cool.
I totally was waiting for him to just put it on his head and bend it.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, that's cool. He's going to bend some iron. However, he broke some metal. Yeah. And this isn't like, it's thin, but this is heavy.
And that was just the beginning. Next, the monks showed us a jaw-dropping training technique that demonstrated just how much pain a fighter can withstand in the proper mental and physical state.
Wow, there's only 4 spears, dude.
That looks really painful.
Yeah, wow.
The position of the spears serves to support the monk and evenly displace his weight. But only a monk with years of training could withstand that much pain for that long. It's a perfect example of how the monks use Qi to align both their external and internal Kung Fu forms and accomplish feats most martial artists would deem impossible.
But no example of the power of Qi resonated quite like the story the monks told us next. In the 7th century, a battle broke out between the Tang and Sui dynasties. The Sui army had the upper hand until a Tang general who was a friend of the temple asked the monks for help. Using the techniques they had honed for centuries and the power of Qi handed down to them by Bodhidharma, just 13 Shaolin monks defeated the entire Sui army. Overnight, Kung Fu became the most respected fighting form in Asia, and the legend of Shaolin was born.
Working with weapons, practicing animal styles, and harnessing the power of Qi. The Shaolin monks had helped us complete both our physical and spiritual Kung Fu training.
But our strengthened bodies and enlightened spirits were about to be put to the test. Time to fight, whether we were ready or not. Our final destination was the Shaolin Warrior School, not far from the Shaolin Temple. The Shaolin Warrior School is the Princeton of Kung Fu academies. It takes on only the best Kung Fu fighters from across China, and for the equivalent of $800 a year, these students are given board and lodging and are honed into fighting machines. Machines like our opponent, 3-time Sanda Championship finalist Yan Delong.
After 8 years of Kung Fu training, including 4 years of Sanda, the Warrior School had singled out Yan as one of the most promising Kung Fu fighters of his generation.
How does he feel about fighting one of us?
Very excited.
First time to fight against the foreigner. Well, we'll see you in a little bit.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, he's only 18, but I'll tell you what, he's definitely confident about fighting.
Yeah, and it didn't matter if he was fighting Bill or me.
And we were confident that the training we'd received from Kung Fu's greatest living masters had prepared us for the bout. But before we could get it on, there was an ancient Chinese tradition we had to honor.
So today, the master is going to serve you some tea to make you be released and be relaxed for your nice competition.
Serving green tea before a fight is a ritual that dates back hundreds of years. The monks believed both the action of making the tea and its calming aroma helped to focus a fighter's mind and center his Qi. Green tea is rich in resveratrol, a naturally occurring antibiotic that many researchers believe keeps the metabolism functioning at optimum levels. I don't know if it was the tea or not, but I was beginning to feel like a full-fledged warrior.
You can feel the combination of meditation and tea drinking.
I'm gonna start drinking tea before all my fights.
After finishing our tea, it was time to decide which one of us would take on Yan. I definitely had the size advantage, but our Kung Fu training had proven Jason's technique was superior to mine.
So I think it's a go.
The padding is essential. And since the Sanda death matches of the 1920s, every sanctioned bout has demanded it.
This is my bulletproof vest.
What's your strategy here?
He's gonna use a lot of kicks. I'm taller than him. I'll have a little bit of reach on him, but my guess is I'm gonna do a lot of shooting and a lot of getting inside.
The fight is scheduled to go for 5 one-minute rounds, unless there's a knockout. Strikes and kicks would be worth 1 or 2 points depending on their effectiveness. Standing takedowns are worth 2 points. The judging would be left in the hands of some of the school's finest Kung Fu masters.
Making my chi go to my fist.
And what a welcome it was. Over 2,000 of the Warrior School's finest were there to watch the fight, and I wasn't exactly the hometown favorite.
Why do we always gotta fight champions? Why can't we fight a guy who's had 4 days of training? Jeez.
Amitabha, Buddha bless you to success.
Thank you.
You ready, buddy?
I'm ready.
Let's do it.
My strategy from the get-go was simple. Take him down before he could start to lay into me. With the first 2 points to me, my confidence was up. I tried the Sandow takedown we learned in Ding Feng.
Nice. You deserve it, buddy. Jab, jab. 10 seconds. 1 minute.
But I wasn't prepared for what came next.
Oh.
In an MMA octagon, this would have been no big deal. But in Sandow, it counts as a takedown. That one cost me 2 points. Round 1 was mine, but just barely.
I got a perfect Sandow sweep. You see it?
Yeah, it was nice. It was really good.
Perfect Sandow sweep.
Second round.
Jan opened the round with a barrage of kicks that scored big. Then, sensing an opening, I went in for the same sweep as before. That was a big mistake.
You got about 10, Jay, about 10. Go in, you need points. You need points.
Round 2 was Jan's.
All right, he won that round. You need to come out, keep your balance, and don't try to go underneath for the shot because he's scoring points on leg kicks. He scored 2 points on leg kicks on you. Work your stuff, work your jab, work your jab.
Round 3, and Jan opts to go for takedowns instead of strikes. But grappling is one of my strong suits, and my MMA reflexes quickly kicked in. With Jan off balance, I tried to take him to the edge. But he had other ideas. Going over with your opponent means no points for the takedown. Back on the mat, Jan followed it up with a perfect kick. Now I was in trouble.
With Jan now up 2 rounds to 1, Jason had to take the next 2.
You have your hands, okay? Don't think kick, kick, kick. That's his game. Work your hands. I didn't see you throw a single hook. I haven't seen you throw a single straight right. Throw one down the pike and see how it feels, okay?
Taking Bill's advice, I lay into Jan with a series of punches that keeps Jan off balance and keeps me in control of the action. Near the end of the round, I work Jan to the edge of the mat, and this time I push him clean out. The round was mine. It's tied 2-2. It all comes down to this.
Work the whole minute. Work the whole minute, Jay.
But the moment the bell rang, things started to go bad. Jan's very first kick gets me in the throat and almost TKOs me.
All right?
Now I was playing some serious catch-up. I managed to land 2 takedowns, one that drove Jan off the mat. By the end of the round, I couldn't tell if I'd made up enough ground. The decision could go either way. It was in the judges' hands now. I lost the last round, 9-7. Just 2 points separated me from victory. I was disappointed, but I had to give Jan the credit he deserves.
His kung fu is strong and my kung fu no good here. That's why he's the champ. Got a couple of good sweeps in, but man, it was close. And luckily, experience paid off. Good job, buddy.